over the last 20 years I've been a vet, I remember there just being Metacam. So actually, I've been a vet for 20 years now. And when I started straight out of uni, the choice of medications for osteoarthritis were very limited. And I can remember it was carprofen and meloxicam. And their trade names were Metacam and Rimadyl. And that was it. And now we look at the plethora of medications that are regularly used, and I'm going to share your slides so people can be tantalized, that are used in chronic pain, chronic musculoskeletal pain management. And that is quite a traumatic change in 20 years, as far as I can see. Would you agree, Andrea?
Yeah, I agree. Yes. So, we've got the way I've organized this is that on the kind of left-hand side, those are sort of the licensed medicines, and the ones in the list on the far right are kind of unlicensed medicines. So, yeah, including them all, there is a very wide, there's a lot to choose from now.
Yeah, and within that is also what I was talking about previously was very non-steroidal only. But now I feel that people have a much better understanding about chronic pain management, that we're bringing in different pharmaceutical families, approaching it from different angles, which you've demonstrated in the way that you've laid out this slide as well. So we've got quite a lot to talk about. So please, obviously do get your questions in. Don't be shy. It's always good to have a bit more interactive. Do let us know where you're listening from. That always makes me feel very warm inside. And it makes us feel that these evenings are very worth it. So tell us where you are. Right. So let's start off with the non-steroidals. And our key point here is the growth and development of non-steroidals, describing the journey from the non-specific to the COX-2 selective. Can you explain what's happened over the last 20 to 30 years with our use of anti-inflammatories?
Yeah, well, and the way COX, the main mode of action of, sorry, I didn't jump straight into it then. The main mode of action of the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs is that they inhibit an enzyme called cyclooxygenase, which is an important enzyme involved in the pain and inflammation pathway. So it was about the 1990s when it was discovered that there were two main types of this enzyme, COX-1 and COX-2. And it was thought that COX-1 was seen as the sort of good COX, because it's present in most of the cells in the body and seemed to be involved in a sort of in keeping bodily processes, ticking over